Hi everyone and welcome back to Theme Park Worldwide, where I'm here at the Alton Towers Resort to bring you all along for the latest construction taking place on Project Ocean. This is the code name for a new flat ride that's going to be opening here in Forbidden Valley at Alton Towers. Now, construction's been ongoing for quite a few months now. We've already filmed a few updates here on the channel, so if you want to see the progress of how it's come along, make sure you check them out if you haven't already seen them. Well yes, there goes Nemesis. And this is going to be a much needed flat ride addition down here to Forbidden Valley that really does need it. I've not filmed one of these updates since the second week of July. We're now into September, so it's been quite a while since I've done a full update on this project, and there's lots happening today over there on the Project Ocean construction site. So come and join me here on Theme Park Worldwide. Let's go and take a look at the new addition coming to Alton Towers. Now, the huge focus at the park this year has been the reopening of Nemesis. It was transformed into Nemesis Reborn with a full retrack and also an excellent new storyline and theming package that really built on what was created back in 2024, expanded on the story and made it even more immersive around here. And look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. And then at the start of the year, we saw a planning application go into place by Alton Towers to build a new ride on the former site of where Ripsaw used to be. That was a classic Huss top spin that operated from 1997 through to 2015. And then of course, the whole area is being revitalized, and we've seen it throughout this year, but also that's going to continue into 2025 with this new addition, which is currently codenamed as Project Ocean. And it's really going to tie this whole area together. Originally there was thoughts that it may open for this year, definitely not now. It's definitely going to be a 2025 edition based on the construction times, but still what they did with Nemesis Reborn is fantastic, and I'm really excited to see the theme expanded with a new flat ride here in Forbidden Valley. So yeah, let's go and head round the corner and take a look at how construction is progressing. And it does make me so happy to see a lot of love, care and attention going into this area of the park, because it really needed it. It was looking tired around here, and the fact that Nemesis is back with a vengeance, and we've got a new ride coming to this area as well. Some terror opened, and this whole area just feels back alive again. It's my favourite area of the park. While the bright yellow Steve Foster crane is towering high above the area, so that means that quite a lot of work is happening on Project Ocean today. Now, of course, Alton Towers still haven't confirmed exactly what ride they are building yet. It's heavily rumoured, based on the footprint and the height, to be a newer version of a Huss topspin, a suspended model. But like I say, nothing is still being confirmed yet by the park. I'm really hoping we get some more details before the end of the season. I'd like to see them actors around here and building up the story, or maybe some of the roaming performers that are around in the area anyway, talking about the Phalanx and Nemesis, could be brought in to help build up the storyline for this new edition, especially with it having the Phalanx logo on the sides. Yeah, changing a bit of the script here would be fantastic from the roaming team. They'll do an amazing job. I mean, I do love the roamers here in Forbidden Valley. It does really add to the atmosphere. Yeah, some of the best views are just here on the left hand side, so we'll have a look from here on the rocks. Straight away from here, it does show how high up this new ride is going to be. Now obviously Ripsaw faced in the direction of where I'm standing now, you know, it faced towards Nemesis and the coffee lounge that you can see here on the right hand side. Well, this new ride is going to face the other direction, and if it is a suspended topspin like it's expected to be, then it'll face towards the shop just here and the blade over on the other side. And the fact it'll have a tunnel underneath to be able to walk underneath the ride will really add to the experience, because you'll be able to look up and see it. And the ride's not going to be far off when it's swinging round. The height of where that crane is now, I mean, it's going to look very impressive, very dominating on the area here in Forbidden Valley. But of course, to raise up a ride of this nature, you've got to make sure that you've got the correct foundations in place. And that's what a lot of the work has been over the past few months. It's been foundation work, it's been groundwork that has been happening. And they started off by, of course, doing the main base itself, and then started to build these towers on either side. And yeah, there's two main towers, and then they added two more on the outside, and you can start to see now on the inside some more of the concrete foundations going into place. There we go, the crane's lifting up some more, what looks like rebar just into place there to do some more concrete. And here's another great angle looking at the construction, where you can see the concrete forms all in place there. Yeah, the concrete's all filled in now since the last updates. It's looking really good. I mean, it took a long time for the foundations, but it is looking fantastic, and you really get an idea on how high up this is going to be in the area. So just round on the other side now, one of the best views of the construction site is just on the little hill by the blade just here. And yeah, if we have a look from this angle, you can see over the fence quite well from here. Even though the fence is pretty tall, the fact you've got this hill on the pathway opens up the view pretty good, looking out over at the sides. And yeah, you can see the concrete forms there on the left hand side really well, and then the construction workers there in the middle getting all that prepared. And of course that'll be a flat base all the way across the top with the walkway underneath, and this pathway here will be kind of redirected a little bit to the right, so you'll be able to walk directly under it. But this will be a fantastic angle. I mean, you get a good idea on the scale of how this is going to be, and I'm looking forward to the main ride itself arriving and going into place and seeing that. Hopefully that'll be before the end of the season, which is like the second week in November, but I guess we'll see. You know, even if it is over winter, the roller coaster restaurant is open over winter, so we'll be able to have access from the other side and see what's going on in regards to construction. Yeah, you can see the teams just there in the middle preparing all that concrete base. Yeah, still going. You know, a few months now of pouring concrete, but it will be worth it. And like I say, that is the you know, the thing that takes the longest. It's the actual foundation and building up the concrete towers. When it comes to installing the ride, that won't take as long. You know, it'll probably be a matter of weeks to actually install the ride hardware on the base, and a few weeks of testing, and then opening ready for 2025. And just a little bit further down the path, you get a great view here looking at the two sides to this, and it gives you an idea on the tunnel that will be down there in the middle, just there too. And off to the right hand side, that's where the queue line will be. So yeah, it's all hidden really behind these bushes at the moment, but yeah, the queue line will be on that side, and we'll offer some great views of the ride from there too. And that's the thing, it's the kinetics of the area, it's really going to tie it together. I mean, when Ripsaw was in this location, it has looked amazing, and people who were off-ride could enjoy it just as much as those actually on the ride, you know, and could just be stood here watching it. And obviously that had the fountains, which was like a nice interactive element to it as well. So yeah, I can't wait for that, especially walking down here, just to see, you know, a ride in this location. Again, it'll look great. You know, it's been some time, hasn't it? I mean, it'll be 10 years next year since there was last a permanent ride here. Obviously I don't count the retro squad. Yeah, it's going to be very impressive, and from this angle it'll be nice as well. Be interesting to see what they do with the pathway here, because obviously this was normally blocked and was seating for the coffee lounge, but they opened it up for more access, so maybe this will go back to seating. But it'll be nice because you can grab a coffee, have a drink, and just chill out over here and look out over the new ride. And here's a look at the view of the construction site from Supply Store Bunker 94. Gives you a good idea from here on the scale of it too, the fact that the base will be all the way across, just where that ladder is in the middle, and how high up this ride is going to be. It's going to be very impressive. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to completely change just the overall feel of this part of Forbidden Valley, because the top part's great now when you walk in, and you got the music, you got the lighting. Of course, you got some Terror that's back open, you got the helicopter, then you come down to Reborn. But yeah, it's this bottom section now where, you know, it's just not looking the best, so it's going to be really nice to have this energy down here. And fingers crossed, we're going to see the theme continue down towards Galactica. I mean, there's not really been any more rumblings or anything like that, but fingers crossed we're going to see Galactica rethemed to fit in with the whole of Forbidden Valley, because obviously at the moment, Galactica really does stick out like a bit of a sore thumb. And yeah, from this angle, it's going to look beautiful. Really excited just to see this and give it a ride. But yeah, give us a comment down below. I'd be interested to know your thoughts, you know, on this attraction, on the location of it and how it's going to look. Do you think it's going to be a top spin, or do you think it could be something else? I mean, all the measurements and everything like that and the height, it all adds up to it being a top spin, but you never know. The park still haven't actually confirmed it yet, so it'll be really interesting to see. Love this Mushroom Cloud luxury tours. It's great how they got the actors around here, even on an off-peak day, you know, just really adds to it. Just the theme and the storyline of the Phalanx and the whole of Forbidden Valley. But yeah, I wonder what colour scheme it's going to be as well. Is it going to be black and red, or going to be some white in there, or is it going to be something completely different? The fact that, you know, it's being built right next to the shop, obviously the shop was new for this year, just make me think they're going to want it all to match. So I reckon it's going to be black and red, but you never know. Could be something completely different colour scheme wise. Maybe we'll see a continuation, you know, of more tentacles and veins and that sort of thing taking over it. I mean, how cool would the top spin look? Having all these kind of growing up the side. Some smoke effects, and yeah, really excited just to see it. And as always, we'll continue bringing the latest updates here on Theme Park Worldwide. Yeah, Forbidden Valley certainly looking great, and going to look even better next year when the new ride opens. And yeah, with them starting construction like nice and early, no reason why it shouldn't be ready for the start of the season in March. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't ready for the start of the season. Blimey, it's beautiful, isn't it, around here now? What a package. Can't wait to see this at night again and get some night rides too. With Scarefest not being too far away. And that's tomorrow's video, talking all about Scarefest. And this project is very much needed, another supporting flat ride in what is one of the busiest areas of the park. You know, we really need to see something like this down in X Sector and Dark Forest too. Yes, it's fantastic to see the fact that, you know, they got this project underway early this year, so it could hopefully be ready for the start of 2025. I still believe that it will be, especially with how it's progressed now. But that still leaves other areas of the park that really do need more permanent supporting flat rides. We had then temporary rides in with the Retro Squad. You know, they fit the purpose, they added a bit of capacity, but they looked awful. You know, they look really out of place, and as much as they have gone now, they need to replace them with these permanent additions. So it is good to see at least there's one new flat ride coming in for next year. I was still hoping we were going to see another plan application for another flat ride for next year down in X Sector or Dark Forest, because them other two areas really do need it, and probably more so actually than Forbidden Valley. As much as, you know, a lot of the focus is down in this area of the park, a couple of big coasters, a dark ride and a flat ride, there's still got variety in this area, whereas them other two areas of the park, Dark Forest and also X Sector, we've both only got two rides, two major coasters, and really need more filler attractions. Filler rides are just so important for a park, just to help spread out the queues, and when you have got a lot of downtime like I spoke about in yesterday's video, they are really important rides, just to make sure that, you know, the park is filled out and there's always rides for people to experience. But still, I'm here at Nemesis, I'm going to go and have a few rides on here, and thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide. Hooray! For another update down here in the valley. As always, we'll keep you updated on all the latest. And in tomorrow's video, we're going to be talking all about Scarefest 2024, having a bit of a walk around the park, seeing what construction's ongoing, and talking about the full lineup for this year's Scarefest. Is it quite the full revitalisation that the event needed? I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow, so come and join me for it here on Theme Park Worldwide. And that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. Goodbye, everyone.